Hi there, Lloyd Machedo speaking to you from LloydMachedo.com. Who's Lloyd Machedo and Think Personal Branding? Well, today's date, first and foremost, is May 21st, 2017. It's a Sunday. The time right now is 10:15 in the evening. All right. I've been getting these questions from the Middle East. Many people apparently have been losing their jobs. Many others are hunting for a job. So they keep sending me all these questions. Oh, Lloyd, help me. Please help. I lost my job. Oh, Lloyd, I'm afraid to lose my job. What do I do? So because I've been inundated with so many emails, I've decided, fine, why not just put up a video and answer the question. Now, first and foremost, you need to understand is if you're in the Middle East, they're not going to put this out in the newspaper because they want to show a positive image. They're not going to say, okay, the Middle East, Qatar, Bahrain, Saudi, UAE is going through a recession. No, they're going to say that, oh, we are very happy, we are doing very well, Expo 2020, we are making shitloads of money, people are coming here, tourism is good, it's a happy place. Because you need to understand that the media is regulated by the ruling families and they want to portray a very positive image. It's like, for example, your family and your house, you don't want to, start airing your dirty laundry out in the public and saying, my son drinks and he abuses me, my daughter is sleeping around and my wife is cheating on me. You don't want to say that. You just want to show, oh, we are a happy family. So in the same way, the Middle East just wants to show you a very positive image because they want people to do trade business with them and they want everyone to come down to the country. So tourism develops. Now, however, for the people who are staying there, the expatriates, they are undergoing a shitload of problems. There is inflation, there is a recession, and there is, cost-cutting job losses. Now, I have received in the past week, I think more than 300 plus emails on, okay, I've lost my job, or, I'm worried about losing my job, or how can I have a job and, keep that job. So I have prepared a list of 45 points, which I'd like to share with you. If in case you find these points useful, please do like the video and please do share it with others so that it can help other people. Okay? And yes, do subscribe to the channel if you feel it's beneficial to you. If you have any questions, send me at lloyd@lloydmachedo.com. I'd love to answer your questions. So let's get on with the points. How to be employable in the period of recession, or how to hold on to your job during recession, or how to get a job during recession. The first and foremost, the first most important thing is you need to be very clear about who you are, what is your brand, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, your achievements and failures. Now, when people call me up, that is through Skype, when I coach them, when I ask them this question, tell me something about yourself, which is a normal interview question, people start giving me the most ridiculous answer. My name is Ramu, I'm from India, I have been for, in the Gulf for the past 15 years. Shut up. Just shut up. I didn't ask you from which shithole did you come from, which third world country you came from. I didn't ask you how many years you have been slogging in the same shitty position. No, I asked you, tell me something about your brand, tell me something about yourself. When people ask me, tell me something about yourself, I don't go around telling them, I'm an Indian, but I was in Dubai for so many years. No, you don't tell them that. You identify yourself as a specialist. What is your brand, my dear friend? What is your brand? Are you you're an expert in what? Okay, you start off with that, and then you slowly take the conversation, make it interesting, make it enticing, make the person want to know more about you. And when you come down to your strengths and weaknesses, please do not start farting around by saying, oh, my strengths, I'm so, hardworking. I achieved 100 million for my company. I'm the number one. It's like going on a date and telling a girl, I'm so handsome. I'm so handsome. I am God's gift to women, Come on, be realistic. Tell me your strengths. When you're talking about your strengths, what makes you stand out from the rest of the crowd? And when you come to your weaknesses, now this is where people get absolutely retarded. When you ask them about your weaknesses, oh, I work so hard that I don't want to go home. I just want to focus on my work. The interviewer is not dumb. He didn't ask you, please, can you market your strength as a weakness and sell yourself to me? No, he's not stupid. So stop, repackaging a strength which you don't have as your weaknesses. And please keep this in mind. If you are so good, if you're so amazing, why would you be without a job in the first place? Companies would be coming to you. So the first one is, please be very clear about who you are, what your brand is, your strengths, your weaknesses, your achievements and failures. Be a human being, be genuine, be honest. Now obviously that doesn't mean, be honest means, oh, I like to dig my nose, oh, I like to watch porn, no, I sometimes like to skip office, oh, I think my boss is an asshole. No, by honest, I'm talking about stuff that you can tell people, not stuff that if you tell, nobody wants to see you, all right? So the first one, please be clear about who you are, what your brand stands for, your strengths, your weaknesses, achievements, and failures, okay? Point number one. Second one is understand, position, and market yourself as a brand in the market. Now, what do I mean by that? For example, if I were to say BMW, the first image that comes to your mind is, okay, this is a sophisticated car. It's more like the slogan, ultimate, driving machine. It's durable. It's fast. It's not for the poor class or middle class. It's for the upper middle class and rich people. If I say Rolls-Royce, you obviously think, wow, it's for the rich, the famous. It's elegant. It's one of a kind. It's handcrafted. If I were to talk to your Toyota, you would say, oh, it's for the affordable class, the middle class, the people who, the family. If I were to say Wrangler, you think adventure. In the same way, how do you position and market yourself? You need to stand out from the rest of the crowd. Like, I'll give my example. When I got into coaching, I realized all the other coaches were wearing a suit and a tie and trying to be clean shaven, trying to be sophisticated. Morning, how are you? My name is Richard, and I'm going to tell you on how to be successful in life because I am successful. I was like, fuck that. I'm not going to do all that shit. Anyway, I have tattoos on my face. I'm a rebel. I'm going to be myself. So what you need to do is position, market yourself as a brand, but stand out from the rest of all the noise. Now, does that mean wearing a pink tie and going to an interview? Maybe. Does that mean wearing shorts? No. It means you position yourself in such a way that you're memorable and you're wanted by the customer, the client, or the employer. Okay? So please position yourself. It takes a little bit of thought process, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, get yourself a professional who can guide you on this. Okay? Because this is, I'm talking to you what today's children learn in school. All right? Point number 3. Identify your key skills that make you invaluable to the company. Now, here's the thing. The fact of the matter is, there's nobody who's indispensable, okay? There's nobody who's so valuable that he cannot be replaced. However, your key skills, if you are not one of those bums who's wasting time in the office, going to the office, oh, I hate my job, oh, why do I come to office? If you're not one of those idiots, if you're one of those people who really not just works like a donkey, but really works intelligently, brings revenue to the company, and is like this amazing key player who the boss feels proud to introduce and say, wow, this is my guy, this is my boy. Identify those key skills that make you valuable to the company, so valuable that they don't want to replace you, and use this, leverage on this, and market yourself to the market. I'm pretty sure somebody would want to pick you up. Okay. Point number 4. Get yourself evaluated by a professional. Now, there are so many people who come to me and say, Loy, I'm so confident about my interview skills. My CV is fantastic. Why am I not getting a job? Listen, you numbskull, if your bloody CV was so good, if your interview skills were so amazing, you would be with a job right now. The reason you're not without a job, is because you're a bloody retard. You think your interview skills are good, but they're not good. You're just farting around. It's like, when I take people's interview, my name is, what's my name? My name is Shyam Sundar. I work as logistics manager. Okay? My skill good? Yeah, you can put, this finger up your butthole. That's what your skill is. Most of the people don't know that they are ridiculously horrible. Okay? So what you need to do is stop believing what your uncle, your aunt, your Your spouse thinks about you. My husband is so smart. My wife is so smart. Why she's not getting a job? Because they're fucking retarded, okay? So get yourself evaluated by a third party. Get yourself evaluated by a professional. Maybe that would help. So what's important is you get yourself evaluated by a professional. And by a professional doesn't mean you go to Nadia's, you go to monsterjobs.com, or you go to golfjobs.com. Those idiots who are there get paid peanuts, okay? They are scared to lose their own job. They earn peanut salaries and they think they're professionals. The reason why they're working there is because they are no good, okay? Most of them don't know. Get a professional. A professional is expensive, just like an Apple Macintosh is bloody. It's called an iMac. Sorry, it's expensive. You know, when you go to a, let's say, South Indian shop, you know, Mallu shop. I'm half Mallu. You go to Malayali shop and you get a computer assembled. It costs maybe $500 to $1,000. Okay. But if you go to an Apple store, the same bloody configuration that you got for $1,500, maybe $11,000. There is a reason for that, okay? So in this way, go to a bloody professional. Don't go to some uncle, auntie, mama, dada, or some cheap shop and get yourself evaluated, and they give you internet-based a report stating that you're 85% better than most of the jackasses that are there in the market. All right, so go to a professional. Number 5, target and develop new skills. Now, most of the people when they go to college, they study hard, mug up all the nonsense shit that the teachers are teaching and the outdated education because they feel they're learning new skills. But at least they're learning something. Once you start working, you stop developing. And please listen, just don't go and start getting, oh, I got this certificate from this institute, I got this new qualification which is recognized from the US. You're fooling the whole bloody world because end of the day, people are not going to fall for this crap. It's outdated. Please stop fooling yourself. Please stop thinking the people who are employing you are idiots. You need to have real-time education, real-time. For that, you need to do a little bit of research. For that, you need to have a professional mentor. For that, you need professional advice. Okay? Here's a rule. Here's a clue that I'll give you. Go check with your boss's boss. The reason why, he has pair of eyes, ears, nose, mouth, whatever, just like you, hands and legs, just like you. He's a human being just like you. Why is he getting paid 10 times more than you? Because he's smarter. So go check with him. Maybe he'll guide you. All right. The next one, point number 6. Oh, still 45 more points. Okay. Anyway, point number 6 is position yourself as a leader by helping others in cyberspace. Now, what do I mean by that? That's not like a Spider-Man or Marvel movie. What I mean by that is, you know what is Facebook, you know what is Twitter, you know what is Instagram, you know all this stuff, you know what is blogging and all. If you don't know, please go and kill yourself. Okay. Now, what do you do with Facebook? Do you put a photograph of your lovely little baby in Pampers showing, oh, my baby, ha, ha, ha? Do you put on LinkedIn some copy-paste stuff that you got from the newspaper? Or do you actually intelligently put something of value that makes you look like an expert? Let's say, for example, you are a sales manager. Have you put something with regards to sales? Have you written an article? Have you put a video? No, if you have not, start learning how to do that because today's generation knows how to do that. You don't know how to do that, you need to learn how to do that. Because what happens is when you start putting these articles and content related to your industry up online, people kind of notice that and they feel like, wow, this guy's talking a little bit of sense. Now, if you have never done it, start by practicing writing 100 words. If you don't know how to write 100 words, please enjoy being unemployed because you don't deserve to be employed. Here's the thing. There are a lot of my customers and clients who don't know how to write, so they get freelance writers to write for them. This service is also available. So utilize your brain. If writing is your weakness, have someone else write for you and put your name and signature there so that you can be positioned as an industry expert. And remember, the cyberspace, the internet, is a vast world where you need to put content related to your name. You Google my name, you get lots of stuff. You get stuff related to personal branding. Why? Because I worked hard, I put it up there. Just by working like a donkey, you're not going to get it. You need to position yourself as a leader. Okay, so do that. And you become a leader when you start helping other people without expecting anything in return. And that is why people respect you as an expert. Point number 7. Be obsessively competitive in what you do. Now, I know you'll be saying, boy, being obsessed is not good. You need to have a balanced life. You need to be, a balanced individual. Yeah, whatever. Go fuck a cow or some shit like that. See, here's the thing. If you have to achieve success, remember this, just as you are looking forward to achieve success, there are maybe another 20, 30 people waiting in line to get the same job that you are trying to get. So if you want to get the job that, these guys want, you need to be the best of the best. For that, you need to be obsessed. Remember this. We always take the examples of Richard Branson. We take the example of Obama, Donald Trump. I like him, by the way. We take the example of Steve Jobs. Why do we take the example? Do we take the example because they lived a balanced life? They were nice guys? No. They were absolutely obsessed about what they're doing. They wanted to be the best. So you want to be the best. You want to succeed. You need to be obsessed. You need to be competitive. And you need to position yourself like the best of the best of the best. Otherwise, you don't survive. You want a balanced life, go home, don't have a job, stay with your family, okay? Point number 8, learn to be yourself. Now, I keep getting, unsolicited advice from people. Lloyd, don't use the word F. Don't use that. Be a nice guy. Dress up in a suit and tie. Remove these tattoos on your face. And then the world will, respect you and you'll get a lot more money. Yeah. Just look at your pathetic life. You're not earning shitty much. You're not a brand like me. And you're fucking talking, but go suck an egg, See, here's the thing. This is me. This is who I am. I'm Lloyd Machedo. I stand out. That is what makes me me. Now, I'm not saying you start using the F word, you start putting tattoos on your face or on your nose and look like a dog. No, I'm just telling you is be yourself. You naturally have certain skills. Like, for example, there's a friend of mine, don't want to take his name. He has this thick South Indian accent. When he says hello, hey, hello, that is how he sounds. Now, here's the thing. You can't expect him to have an American accent. Hi, how are you? My name is Kuti. No, he is not going to have an American accent. He's not going to be sophisticated. He's not going to sound Western. He's going to sound Indian. So that is who he is. Now, what he can do is capitalize on the funny accent that he has. Maybe use a little bit of humor. Maybe be genuine. But in the end, he will succeed. And by the way, he is successful in sales, even though he has a thick South Indian accent. So learn to be yourself, because remember, there's nobody else like you. Getting too many messages. Okay. Number 9. Now, point number 9 is, this one is hard because, I keep getting a lot of mails and people are looking out for jobs. But here's the problem. All of them are giving me the same covering letter. Okay, point number 9 is have a better creative covering letter. Now, almost everyone has, dear sir, madam, I hereby present my resume for your kind perusal. I am a blah, 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 something. And then I look forward to meeting you. Yours truly, respected, thanking you, whatever bullshit. I don't know why, but almost everyone uses the same format. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Because what happens is, if someone reads this covering letter 1,000 times, when they receive this covering letter, they're going to delete it. Okay, they're going to delete the email. Don't use this covering letter format. It's outdated. Have a conversation. Just as when you send someone a chat message, it's very short, sweet, to the point. You need to practice the art of writing, whereby when you send someone a covering letter, it should intrigue them to want to read more. How do you do it? Well, it comes with practice. Go to your mentor once again. You'll do that. I keep doing that. Also, if you want a tip, go research up online. You will find websites that give you covering letters for free. Okay? I've done my homework. You need to do yours. All right. Point number 10, have a killer resume. Now, by a killer resume, that doesn't mean you go start killing people or your resume murders people. No. By a killer resume is a resume that visually stands out. It's like, wow. In terms of content, it jumps out of the page. And most important of all is that resume achieves the biggest objective. And that is, it makes the interviewer pick up the phone and call and say, hi, would you please come down for an interview? I'm very interested in knowing you. That's a killer resume. Not a killer resume. Wow. No, That's not a killer resume. A killer resume is one that promotes action and gets you called for the interview. Okay? Now, point number 11 is, this is common sense, and this is what most of the people don't do. Have a resume that sells, not a poster. There was this guy, I don't want to take his name, let's say his name is Richard. He, he's searching for a job. And I was like, okay, fine, can you send me a resume? The minute I saw his resume, I was like, wow, blown away. It's like, what graphics, colors, and everything else, it just whoa, made my eyes light up. I was like, wow, this guy is really smart. And then I started to read. And when I read, the whole thing was rubbish. Absolute crap. Stuff that doesn't match his personality. He must have copied it from some CEO's resume. Nothing matched his personality. Richard was, he is a college student, and he's talking, I focus on A-list industries and I don't know, the language was like, it just went over my bald head. Okay? What you need to understand is, it's like, being this absolutely gorgeous, beautiful female with, lovely breasts and a great ass and a really amazing body and, great outfit. And when the woman opens her mouth, she talks shit. That is what most of the people do. They focus on the visual aspect so amazingly well, they don't focus on the content. Listen, man, don't oversell yourself. Don't try to bullshit. Make it match you. If you're a frog, don't try to market yourself as a prince. Be a frog. Be the best froggy you can. So, point number 11 is make your resume sellable and don't make your resume a bloody poster. Number 12, keep your skills relevant. Most of the people, what they do is they talk about their MBA that they got 12 years ago or 22 years ago. I don't know who is bothered about your bloody MBA that you got from Vishwanath Anand, some shitty university in some village in North India. All right, you need to keep your skills relevant. And the most hilarious thing is when people say, "I have knowledge of the internet. I know Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint." Ha ha ha! I feel like giving them slaps. Please talk about skills that are relevant today and talk about stuff that a company would see as value. Okay. Point number 13, learn to brag, show off, and blow your own trumpet. Now, I know there is a lot of talk about being humble, but I'm sorry to say in today's social media networked world, if you're humble and you don't talk about yourself, who's going to talk about you? Who's going to market you? I doubt that your colleague is going to say, my friend is smarter than me. He has achieved much more than me. He's the number one selling salesperson in our company. No, nobody's going to say that. You need to say it. I tell people all about how much I've achieved, what I do, because it's necessary. Otherwise, I need to pay Facebook a hell lot of money to market myself. So what I do is I market by myself, and that's how I get clients. I don't know about you, but you need to brag, you need to show off, you need to tell the world about you. Point number 14 is please target the decision maker. Now, here's the thing. If you send your resume to the secretary, if you send your resume to the receptionist, the chances are mostly she is getting around, let's say 200 to 500 to 1,000 emails, which are all spam. You're going to be marked as spam. Now, if you try the secretary, obviously the secretary is not going to trouble her boss and tell, listen, this guy is looking out for a job. Can we help him? No, she gets inundated with requests. If you want to be noticed, make sure that you know who you're targeting and make sure that you speak to him before you send him an email, because thousands of people send me emails, not thousands, hundreds of people send me emails. I just delete it because I don't know who the hell it is. Even LinkedIn, I get so many requests. You think I accept it? No, I don't. So in the same way, first speak to the person, then target that person. Okay? Identify who the person is, speak to him first, then send him an email. All right. Point number 14, blog and position yourself as an industry expert. Now, what do I mean by blog and position yourself? You need to write in different trade journals. You need to send your articles to different companies, publishing media houses. You need to maybe even, there are a lot of these sites like Squido, there is WordPress, there is e-sign articles. Write to them. They give you a free platform to write your articles, and once it is approved with the particular hashtags, you can position it. Let's say, for example, you're good in logistics, write about an article on logistics and give it to them. These are like third-party websites which there's a lot of traffic. Like even Quora, they have different forums, different headings, and people interact with it, and that is where you get positioned as an expert. Offer solutions, give your opinion, do something, but learn to blog. Remember, there is what is that? Okay, sorry. There's a lot of benefit if you blog. Okay. Point number 16. Ensure that your image and photographs are relevant. Now, here's the thing. I have noticed many people putting up photographs which are outdated. Please don't have a photograph that makes you look as if you went to jail. And please don't have a photograph that looks like you're getting married. Have a photograph that is, like for example, there are so many girls who keep putting photographs and all that stuff. There are girls who even put photographs of them going to clubs and parties. There are guys who like to show their muscles and biceps and triceps and all that. Fine. So you have mastered the art of showing irrelevant photographs. How about mastering the art of positioning yourself with a suit and tie? Because if you're working in a corporate world that likes formal clothes, you need to wear formal clothes. Okay? So please make sure that your image and your photographs on social media are relevant. Okay. Point number 17. Update your credentials in all networks. Self-explanatory. Yeah, sorry. Okay. Just make sure that your skills on all the websites are relevant. Even on Facebook, make sure that the latest stuff is being shown there. Did you check your Facebook? Do you know even what is mentioned there? Some people say, no, I want it to be confidential. Yeah, stupid. Why don't you just hide under a rock somewhere so that nobody can see you? You think you're so great. If Mark Zuckerberg is available for the world to, see, are you greater than that? I mean, I meet these retards who say, no, Loy, it is confidential. Then go and die somewhere and be unemployed, you stupid moron. Okay. Point number 18, build your social networks. Again, it's very simple. Connect with people that matter. Delete those who don't matter. And you don't need to have childhood friends. They are useless. You don't need to have, your relatives. Keep your relatives on a separate Facebook account with only 20, 30 people there. Your image in public should reflect the people you're connected with. If you're connected to VIPs on social media, chances are everyone would want to get in touch with you. So please make sure that you build your social network on social media. Okay, point number 19, constantly apply for positions. Now, by constantly apply for position, that doesn't mean you apply for all the positions on the planet. Apply for the positions relevant to your industry, and that will really help. Okay. Point number 20 is perfect the art of the elevator pitch. What do I mean by that? It's, let's put it this way. You meet the CEO of a company in the elevator. You have just 30 seconds. What are you going to say that would want him to want to meet you, give you an appointment, and maybe speak to you on the possibilities of joining his company? Now, that does take a lot of thinking. It's called 30 seconds elevator pitch. So, perfect the art. That takes practice. Obviously, for that, you need to sit down with your mentor. You need to practice until you come with a perfect elevator pitch. I know what is my elevator pitch. No, I'm not going to give it to you for free. Thank you very much. Point number 21, dedicate the time to marketing yourself. Now, this takes practice. In my case, you need to understand that I'm not in touch with anybody. I'm available online. So I need to keep finding out ways how I can market and sell myself. I keep making new websites. I keep making new, videos. I keep making new stuff always because I'm trying to sharpen my skills on how I market and sell myself. In the same way, you need to do that. If you don't know how to market yourself, who's going to market you? So please make sure that you perfect the art of marketing yourself. Now, where was I? Yeah, dedicate time to marketing yourself, and for that you need to give time. Okay, let me highlight this, otherwise I'll keep forgetting. Okay, point number 22, which is pretty obvious. Get yourself a professional coach. Thank you very much. If you want, you can come to me. Otherwise, get yourself a professional coach who will really help you. And here's the thing, the personal or professional coach who you're looking at, make sure that he can push you and help you achieve success. The guy has a track record. The guy has plenty of references. And please, I happen to get this guy. His name is Akram. I don't want to give his full name. The jackass was more interested in what I'm doing and why I'm not doing it, and less focus about what he can do. So if you're getting yourself a professional coach, find out what the coach can do for you and not what the coach is doing for himself. Okay. You need to focus on how the coach can help you achieve your goals. So focus on you. Point number 23 is do work and projects that matter. Now, many companies have employees do all the work. I don't actually recommend doing that, because if you start doing all the work, you become the jack of all and you don't have specialization on things that matter. So make sure that you, whenever there is an opportunity where you can work on a project that really makes your name stand out, that gives the maximum revenue for the company, put your name there, sign your name, take the initiative, say, I would like to undertake this project. So that is what makes you stand out. Point number 24 is monopolize on a particular skill. Now, by monopolize on a particular skill, you need to have a skill that that differentiates you from the rest. It's more like, brand positioning. But be so good at that skill that nobody else can challenge you on that. So for that, it takes practice, like the 10,000 hours which Malcolm Gladwell spoke about. Okay, if you don't know who's Malcolm Gladwell, please Google and find out. Okay, point number 25. Always go the extra mile, which is, again, it's very simple. Work more than or contribute more than what is expected of you to do. Point number 26, leave your signature on everything you do. What do I mean by leave your signature? Make your contribution so unique that whenever you finish the job, people know, wow, this is definitely done by that guy. Nobody else can do it this way. So leave your signature in everything you do. Point number 27, be different. By being different, like, for example, in my case, it's the tattoos, the way I speak, the way I am. You need to be different. And if you're not different and if you're like the rest, engineer yourself to be different. Like, I was not like this. It took me years and years to nurture, hone, and re-engineer myself to become what I am today. So you need to be different. And point number 28 is make a difference. Okay, by making a difference, I'm talking of adding positive value. How do I do that? Is I keep giving videos like this, I keep writing articles, I keep helping other people, and yes, obviously I tell them to write letters of recommendation. So make a difference, because when you start contributing not just to your company, to the society at large or to the industry, people will notice you and they will get in touch with you. Point number 29, make sure that your management notices. Keep this much in mind, which I tell everyone. If you do something wrong, your management will notice. They will tell everyone about it. So when you do something good, make sure that you send your boss a message, your boss's boss a message, and make sure that they notice it, because otherwise they'll just take it for granted. Don't assume that your boss knows automatically. Even if he knows, still make him notice it. Okay. Point number 30, this is part of 29. Keep a journal or a diary or a document online, not on the company server, of all the contributions that you've done. Why? Because one fine day when you have to answer the question, what has been your contribution? You have the date, you have the time, you have the project, you have all the information which you can show it to them, or if not them, you can show it to another company. Okay. Point number 31 is build relationships with senior management. Remember, it's not what you know that will help you save your job or get a new job. It's who you know. That's what I tell people. Point number 32 is avoid the shotgun method of job hunting, which most of the people do. Don't just start shooting CVs everywhere, left, right, and center, expecting to get a job somewhere. Make sure that you apply for specific jobs, because if you start giving your CVs randomly everywhere, I think that will harm your reputation. Even when I get clients, I focus on specific clients, not everywhere. Okay. Point number 33 is research. By research, right company, right position, and right person. Keep this in mind. Right company, right position, right person. You do these three properly, and you make sure that your CV, your resume goes into that person's hand in the right format. After speaking to them, trust me, they'll call you for an interview. Or if not, they'll tell you, I'm sorry, there's nothing. At least you know for a fact what's happening. And not like, some of the guys that send 500 CVs and they say, why nobody's giving me a response? Yeah, because you're stupid. Okay. Point number 34, sometimes maybe you have to consider a change of the region or the country, because let's say, for example, in the Middle East, HR positions are considered very critical and crucial, and they're reserved for Arab locals. So if you're an HR professional, and even though you're qualified, unless you're really like the best, chances of you getting what is reserved for locals will be very difficult. Okay, point number 35, be a revenue generator. Make so much of money, the company would never want to leave you. Or if you're known in the market as a guy who really mints money and makes money for a company, chances are the minute you lose your job, somebody will pick you up. So be a revenue generator. But here's a caveat. Now, if in case you're an engineer, or if in case you work in the back end, obviously you can't show that you're a revenue generator. But over there, what you can show is how you have helped the company save costs. You have helped the company cut down their overheads, how you have contributed much more than what package you received, and that really helps. There, that you need to play around with the words on your resume. Okay, 36, focus on looking like a winner. Remember, it's the image that you show. Okay, it's like this. The image that you show online and the person that you are two different things. Let's say, for example, now when you think of Madonna, when you think of M&M's, when you think of let's say what's his name? Think of any actor like Lady Gaga. You think Lady Gaga wears those weird, obnoxious outfits when she is at home sitting with her husband or boyfriend? No, she does not. That's the image of what she shows she is. So in the same way, you need to show an online image. You need to show an image of who you are. You may not be that person at home, okay? But you need to show that image. So make sure that you focus on showing that image, and that image should look like a winner, and that image should be the one that the company feels this matches our value systems. Okay. Point number 37, have powerful recommendations and references. Now, whenever I speak to my clients, I tell them, get such recommendations from such references that when anyone looks, they should see like, wow, this CV is authentic. Okay, obviously you don't get someone so high that a person feels afraid to employ you. Get someone whom has respect in society or is known in the industry. Like most of the authors of books, for example, if Seth Godin recommends a book, or Daniel Pink recommends a book, or Richard Dawkins recommends a book, I pick it up because I respect these guys. I know for a fact that these guys are the best. Okay, so in the same way, if you get recommendations from somebody who's like a leader, who says like, this man is an asset, I personally vouch for him, trust me, you'll get picked up any day, anytime. Okay. Point number 38 is, please learn to adapt with technology. Many people still don't know how to use their smartphone. They don't know how to block someone on Facebook. They don't know how to search through, they don't understand Google Analytics. You can't give such excuses. You must be updated to what is happening. Many people, when I tell them is, use a hashtag, they don't know how to use a hashtag. Come on. So make sure that you adapt yourself to technology. Point number 39, please embrace diversity. Just because you're an Indian, you only mix with Indian, or you're a Pakistani, you only mix with Pakistani, you can't survive. The problem with so many people in the Gulf, because they're Arab Muslims, they only mix with Arab Muslims, and they get very high salaries only with Arab Muslim companies. They can't survive anywhere else in the world. They are not employable anywhere else apart from the Arab Muslim countries and communities. Now that is a serious drawback because they are not global citizens. So in the same way, if you want to have unlimited opportunities, stop being clannish. Problem with the Indians and Filipinos, they only mix with their kind. That's why when you see Indians, they talk undu bundu bundu bundu, or you talk Pakistani, hey, mashallah, gula gula, and you talk with the Filipino, apali popala palpala. Come on, start moving out of your clannish attitude. Only then you'll survive. Okay. Point number 40 is, be mentally prepared to get out of your comfort zone. When you're not comfortable, only then you succeed. That is where your growth takes place. It's a scary place to be, but you need to get out of your comfort zone. Point number 41, be likable. The more likable you are, the more people put their guard down, and they will give you a chance. They'll give you a chance to be employed. If they don't like you, even if you're the most qualified guy, nobody's going to give you a job. Point number 42 is, use charisma, communication, and content to sell yourself. Very simple. Charisma is being unforgettable. Communication is being able to sell yourself and communicate your ideas and thoughts. Content is the depth of knowledge that you have by which you can position yourself as an expert. Point number 43, learn to start from zero. When you join a new company, when you join a new environment, you have to start right from down there and prove yourself all over again. So mentally be prepared to prove it to work harder than everyone, smarter than anyone, and better than anyone. Point number 44, sometimes you need to learn to say no, because when you learn to say no, they might actually respect you much more. And last, if not the least, is have the answer to the question. Keep this in mind. Point number 45, have the answer to the question. From 4,000 other candidates who are applying for the same job which you're applying, why should they choose you? And if you have the answer to this question, you are so convinced with that answer after listening to it, believe me, you will get the job. So guys, these are 45 points on which you can be employed even in the times of recession, or you'll be employable even in times of recession, or if you're searching for a job, you will get a job in the times of recession. I know it's quite a lot of content, but if you actually put it to heart what I've shared with you, trust me, you will get a job and you'll succeed. There's a lot of content here. Please make sure it's not just you listening to this, it's you applying what I've shared with you. So Lloyd from Machedo.com, who's Lloyd Machedo, and Think Personal Branding, sharing with you these points. I hope this has added value. Please do like and subscribe to the channel. And if you feel this can add value to someone, please do share it with someone. This is me saying goodbye for now. Got any questions, send me an email. Take care.